God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Ali LaForce. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at Boston, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where Houston is, they've made some mistakes early on, and a drop in the rankings reflects that. They're right in the middle of the pack, and the question now is, can they learn from those errors?
Here are the starters for Houston. Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Thompson out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Şengün in at the 5, down low. And for Toronto, Dick and Barrett are the 2 of the 3. Barnes is the 4 with Hurdle in the middle, and it's quickly in the point guard. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, BA, and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
And Houston has possession following the three-point basket by Toronto. Şengün against Pirtle. Clock at 6. Şengün in the post. Pirtle with some nice D. Here's Toronto with the ball. It's a three-point game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one. Barnes with it. Now Thompson defending. There's the triple. Dick, that's good.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
And so Thompson will bring it up for Houston. Pass to Şengün. Here's Okogie. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta.
Oh, that's just elite awareness by Şengün. He is outstanding at getting the ball to perimeter players.
Talking about Alperen Şengün for a moment. What are some things that stand out about him to you, RJ?
I would say his passing for sure. He's very Jokic-esque with some of the dimes that he drops. And we've seen him accept a bigger role on the scoring side also.
And quickly drops them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
On the wing, Durant, guarded by Barrett. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Good on the shot.
Yeah, when you look at Barnes' assist numbers, they show you can run your offense through him, not your average wing.
Quickly against Thompson. Pass to Şengün. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Ali LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. We talked about Kevin Durant and just how challenging a matchup he is. He told me, quote, his length is what makes him so difficult. Throwing that quick release on his jumper, all we can ask our guys to do is get a hand up on any shot they can. We'll see how effective their defense is on Durant tonight. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Ali. No coverage that time.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Durant for 3. Stolen by Quickly. with the drive. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
2 minutes left in the first. 2 minutes.
Smith with a screen on quickly. Quickly against Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Smith. Dick brings the double team. Here's Okogie. Houston with another miss. On offense, here come the Raptors. They're on a 13-3 run. It's Barrett on the wing. Pirtle with a screen on Durant. The 3, Barrett. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Rockets trail by 13. Şengün, a screen on quickly. Thompson goes in. Oh, he cranks it down! Right on top of Jakob Pirtle.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh,
and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
they've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond. Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Dick. Pass to Pirtle. Now quickly, defended by Thompson. And here's Dick, 3-pointer. Kicks it out to Barnes. Let's go with a 3. Smith with the rebound. And so Thompson will bring it up for Houston. They trail by 11. Here's Smith, covered by Pirtle. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Şengün. Pass to Thompson. And stolen by Barrett. Takes a 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets, starting the second. Amen Thompson out there with Josh Okogie. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Adams in at the center position. Here's Shed. Pass to Mobo from outside the arc. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Slow defensive rotation, causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Eason, a screen on Ingram. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Don't laugh at me when I say this, but there is too much strength from Kevin Durant. Now with the chance to add one more.
All right, Richard, just as a fan of the game, who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'm really loving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Really their whole team, but Shai, he's just special to watch.
Rockets trail by 15. Here's Thompson. Eason, a screen on Ingram. Here's Thompson. Banked it in off the glass.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Looking at who's out there now for Toronto. Scotty Barnes checked in for Mobo. R.J. Barrett comes in for Walter. And it's Dick in for Shed. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Capella, he's checked in for Adams. Finney Smith comes in for Durant. Holiday's checked in for Okogie. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Thompson. Now here's Ingram. He's scoreless. Outside Barnes. From the arc. And again, Toronto, no good. Rockets trail by 13. Here's Van Vliet. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. For Toronto, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And there's the call on Tari Eason. That'll be a second foul of the game. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot.
Now here's Van Vliet. Finney Smith passes to Van Vliet. Down low. Here's Capella. Rebound Toronto. Bertle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Barrett. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
Now here's Van Vliet. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The pick and roll is such a reliable play with Van Vliet.
Raptors lead by 11. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, hard to find a more respected vet in this league than point guard Fred Van Vliet. The heady vet will now also guide the Players Union in his new role of president, replacing C.J. McCollum. As a guy who went from being undrafted to an all-star to signing a max contract, he can certainly relate to most every player in the league.
He's come a long way. Okay, Shams, thanks for that report. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Fred Van Vliet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on them. But adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Back over to you guys.
They love his disposition. All right, Allie, thank you. Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Raptors making a switch here. Quickly's checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Adams checked in for Capella. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Toronto. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Jaren Jackson and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to sharpen up.
Now here's Barnes. 5 points in the game. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Barnes has got 7 points in the game.
And there's really no such thing as a safe lead. I mean, this is still anyone's game.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Squads that love to run. Last year's team leaders in fast break points. The Raptors 4th.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. There's 53 seconds left in the second period. KD gets a step. Out to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Here he goes. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
36 seconds left to play in the half. Pass to Quickly. Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple. He's got 10.
And Hurdle has improved as a passer. Good at getting it to his teammates on time and on target.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
Quickly outside for 3. Barrett. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
22.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors, ending the quarter up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back after this word.
And get ready for some high RPM and amazing fun from your...
Welcome to halftime, everybody. First on the menu is looking at what games will be coming up here shortly. It'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers up against the Celtics in Boston. It's going to tip off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Maybe we'll be surprised with a huge upset, or not.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Toronto Raptors.
The 3 ball is falling. They've got good momentum. They're setting hard screens, and the shooters are capitalizing.
Everything working together. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Emmanuel quickly with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Rockets trail by 10. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Dick and Barrett are the 2 and the 3. And it's quickly in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his 3rd foul so far. On defense, the Rockets. Back to Barnes. Pirtle with a screen on Smith. The 3 ball. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
Outstanding at penetrating to the rim. Durant's long strides, they're just tough to keep pace with.
The 3 from Barnes. Thompson pulls it in. Rockets trail by 8. Durant inside. Pass to Okogie. Now Thompson. 6 to shoot. Durant against Barrett. Durant with another miss. Raptors lead by 8. Barnes passes to Quickly. Here's Pirtle. Quickly outside. And here's Barnes. Now here's Barrett. There's the block.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
Rockets trail by 8. Now Thompson. He has 6. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there.
And with plenty of time left, that's his 4th foul. He needs to stay cognizant of that moving forward.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now here's Dick. Pirtle finds Barnes. Back to Pirtle. Pass to Quickly. Shoots over Thompson. And it's Quickly. That time on the assist by Pirtle. Pirtle's got 3 assists now in this one. Durant inside. Guarded by Barrett. Nice shot by Durant. Durant's got 7 points for the quarter.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside Barrett. Hurdle with a screen on Durant to the middle. Hurdle with the bucket.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And here's Durant. 11 points in the game. A deep three. It's rebounded by Dick.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Quickly passes to Dick. Right side Barrett. Ooh, Durant with a steal. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
Pass to Quickly. And here is Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Durant. Barrett passes to Pirtle. Oh, Durant with a steal. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. And here is Barrett, guarded by Durant. Here's Quickly. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. Some changes for Toronto. Mamukelashvili's checked in for Pirtle. And Ingram is subbed in for Barrett. Ingram, the pass to Mamukelashvili. Shot clock at 6. The three from Quickly. Capella with a rebound. Rockets trail by 6. Capella, screen on Dick. Holiday passes to Capella. Back to Holiday. Seconds left in the third. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Here's Barnes. Barnes going up with confidence inside.
Inside is where Barnes is most effective, taking point-blank shots.
19 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Capella screen on Quickly. Van Vliet, the pass to Capella. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Barnes. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Toronto, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
On the big screen, then you know what to do. Set us your moves.
And here are the Rockets now. 9-point game. Durant's shot is off. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. 17 points was their biggest margin, and that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili. Mamukelashvili's got 5 points in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Durant surveying the D. Into the lane. Oh, KD striding in for the finish.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. He's still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Pirtle's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Barnes comes in for Ingram. Dick, he's checked in for Walter. And quickly subbed in for Shed. Pirtle with a screen on Thompson. Outside Barnes. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Barnes outside. Beyond the arc. Durant with the rebound. Rockets trail by 7. Smith flushes it down with both hands.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Toronto.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and
throw it down! Wow!
What a burst Thompson has. I mean, on his drives, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
Barrett outside. Barnes with a screen on Durant. Barrett fires. And again, another missed shot. And so Durant will bring it up for the Rockets. 2-point game. Yes, sir! That one goes!
Huge points from Durant. He lives for these spots.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Rockets foul. Josh Okogie. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Şengün pulls it down. Houston has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Outside Durant. Oh, the defense is making it easy for Durant.
Big-time players make big-time shots. Durant, he lives for these opportunities.
Thompson against quickly. Here's Barrett. Jacks up a 3. The triple drop.
And you know Barrett wants the ball in his hands, especially on these big possessions.
Picked by Smith. Thompson. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Shot clock at 5. Barnes! Oh, off target from downtown. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 17-5 run. Outside Durant. For 3. Rebounded by Dick. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's quickly. Now Barrett takes a 3. Money from 3.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Smith with a screen on Barrett. It's good.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Barnes with a screen on Thompson. Barrett He's off from three. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. In it forward, it's Barrett and Barnes. Grady Dick out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Barnes feeling it out a bit. Oh, he jams it right back at him.
He makes the D look silly. What an incredible move.
Man, how about that finish right there? Oh!
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
And you see the tight handles from Thompson. He can break defenders down in pick and roll, ISO, you name it.
Barrett fires. Misses the 3. Houston in the lead. Now Durant. Here's Thompson. 4 on the clock. Now Şengün. No good from 3. 1:43 left to play in overtime. Now Pirtle. Quickly outside. Barrett outside from deep, and he nails it.
I like how selective Barrett is with taking threes. It's a big reason why he shoots a good percentage.
Thompson goes in. Outside Durant. Another chance. Pirtle rips down the board. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range since regulation. Now quickly. From about 19. Can't get it to go.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Durant driving in. And a one-handed slam.
He is one of the most elite scorers we have seen. You want KD with the ball.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Barrett against Durant. Pirtle.
Just staying active. That's a big part of Pirtle's game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Golden opportunity to take the lead. Instead, he merely knocks up the score. He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's the time to hang. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Grady Dick. 5 on the clock. It's in!
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer Barrett can be. When he's playing to his strengths, he can catch fire.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Now here's Durant. For the win. Can't get the 3. Another tie. And we're going to have a second overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. Smith outside. Now Thompson. Smith with a screen on quickly, and they call an illegal screen here.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Here's Dick. Pirtle outside. Now Dick.
Rockets foul. Thompson. 5th personal foul.
That free throw good from Dick.
At the line for your Raptors.
And that's good as he hits both shots. The Rockets trail. Thompson.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
First free throw is good.
Shooting for Houston. Thompson. 2 shots.
That one's no good. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Pirtle with a screen on Smith. Here's Pirtle. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
Just great focus to finish through the foul. Pirtle showing how much he wanted it.
And that one falls for Pirtle. Rockets trail by 4. Smith with a screen on quickly. Thompson. There's the drive. And he slams it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Barnes outside. Barrett up top. Pirtle with a screen on Durant. Barrett! The putback! The putback! How about the activity?
Is one of Pirtle's greatest strengths, his offensive rebound. He just has a nose for finding second chance points.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
It's stolen. Fast break. Here come the Rockets.
And when they need it most, they show us some clutch play on both ends of the floor.
The Raptors' shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Right side Dick. Here's Barnes. Clock at 4. Pirtle with a screen on Smith. Barnes! Oh, he can't hit a tough 3. Well, the Rockets shooting a red-hot 63% in this game. It's good!
Okay, I'm going to tell you something that everyone knows or should do. When Durant turns it on, there is no slowing him down. That's how lethal of a scorer he is in NBA history.
Barrett outside. Let's loose for 3. The 3 ball is down.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
It's Durant with a drive. Şengün.
Huge points from Şengün. The big man from Turkey stepping up.
Expect them to take their time to strip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Durant against Barrett. Now Dick. Thompson with a steal. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Durant with it. Smith with a screen on Barrett. Got it up in time. Oh, it goes! He got it up in time!
That's the end of the game.
The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
Finish. It takes nerves of steel to knock down a shot like that.
And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. Double overtime games are so grueling. And after this one, everyone, the officials, the fans, the broadcasters, will all have to take a little rest.
Yeah, I need that rest, I'll tell you. But, hey, give them credit. They really dug deep into their energy reserves and showed their determination to get this win.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Kevin, you had a great performance individually, What made the game look so easy for you?
Well, my teammates, they played so well tonight, setting everybody up, and I knew it was winning time, so I just tried to be aggressive.
Winning time, that's what I like to hear. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Amen Thompson.